What's up, beautiful people? In this video, we will be propagating, cloning, or creating new seedlings from already existing tomato plants, okay? I'm gonna do it two ways, and we're gonna see which one is better. Let's go! What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses. 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 What's up, beautiful people? How y'all doing today? It's your boy Ricky Jones Jr. and I am also excited that you all are here today because in this video, like I said, we will be propagating, cloning, or creating new tomato plants, okay? In which I already have 3 different variety of tomatoes plants that I will be I won't be doing it all 3. I'm gonna be doing 2 in this video because 2 have actually started to produce tomatoes. One being my black Krin, which is right over here over my shoulder, has a whole case scenario, and I also have a form and variety of Roma, which actually is growing and looking like a lemon, but nonetheless, we will be doing it 2 ways, okay? I have my Aeroponics system that I have created over there, which I did a video for, and then I also have some water, little glass water scenarios that I'm going to put the plants in and then put it along the window sill just to see how that does as well. And we'll see over a 5-day process which one is better, okay? To see if it is necessary to go and to create a whole aeroponic system or if a little window sill watering method works just as great, okay? Alright, and if you are new to the channel, hey, my name is Ricky. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. Turn that red button into a gray button and yeah, we could be friends, gardening friends, and all those things in between. And if you're curious about gardening, have any gardening questions, I promise you this channel will have an answer for you, okay? Or if not, comment down below and we'll make sure we get you the information that you need. So I talked enough and I feel like now it's time to go ahead and get the branches that we want from our black Krin, and I'll make sure I label them as well as put them in both situations, and then we'll do the Roma, which I'm excited to even show you the growth on both of these tomato plants. They've been in here for probably about 3 months, I would say, so the growth has been real, but nonetheless, it's time to make more. Let's do it. So we're gonna start off with our black Krin, which is growing oh so well. I have about 4 tomato plants that have grown oh so well from this seedling. Like I said, for about 3 months, I would say I've had it. And so what I'm gonna do is just take from the branches just like so, which I probably should have used my shears, but nonetheless, I will. Here's one clipping that I'm going to use, which let me go get my scissors to get a nice clean cut. Taking a piece like this, all you will have to do is just take your bottom leaves off because you don't want them doing too much, especially with it being in the water. You don't want anything messing up there. So I'm just gonna cut at a 45-degree angle, nice and clean like so, which I can probably cut these bottom leaves off as well. They aren't really necessary for the rooting process. I'll just stick it in my cup of water from here like so, and I'll just do one more just to get a true assessment of what's really going on. Let me come up a little bit higher. So that one I cut off cleanly, and then from there just want to cut off the leaves at the bottom area. And now we have 2 for the water, and let me grab 2 for the aeroponic system. Again, we're just assessing and seeing which one does better, not necessarily which one grows faster, but which one does better as far as rooting is concerned. Here it is here. Each leaf smells so nice, so fresh, and so good, which as you grow your own food and things like that, you'll come into the knowledge of it. But the aeroponic system is that we're going to put our stem in this suction cup scenario. Place the cup here. So now I have to go a little bit further down. Being ever so gentle as well. Boom. We have one cutting in our cup. And doing that, I realized it doesn't have to be as long. So let me try to find a short branch, which I think I just did. Boom. Just found a short branch. Nice here. Shorter than the one before. Just do some clipping. You know, it's like cutting hair. Nothing too special. Nothing too unique, okay? We're not trying to win an award or anything, just trying to be effective. From there, we take our cup, as we did last time. We're gonna stick our branch in, put our cup on, boom. That was actually very perfect. All right, so this is our black Krin. All right, so at this point, I wanna try to expedite the process. So I will grab for the aeroponic system first, and then I will grab for the watering scenario. These Roma branches are long, much longer than the black Krin, but I'm gonna definitely show you the growth because it looks amazing. So let's go fill this up. All right, so while that's filling up, I do want to talk about some of the fun things about using an aeroponic system is that when you do it, you just have a pump in the center for those who don't know, you have a pump in the center and it sprays. So to make sure it doesn't topple over because it is leaning. We'll watch it together. But nonetheless, the way it does operate and work is that there's a spray in the middle, there's the cups around it, and the water sprays on a 15-minute incremental system so that the water can get to the stem of the plants, creating roots. Of course, the roots are going to be nice and white because it's only water, no nutrients, okay? And so the idea is that once the roots are grown and develop, I can then plant what is grown with the roots into the ground or into a grow bag or into a container, whatever it is, okay? So the fun thing about using the aeroponic system is that, one, you can grow from seedling or even from seed to harvest, or you can grow from seed to seedling and then plant it in whatever type of apparatus you want to grow in. But nonetheless, this is a fun and quick system that allows you to, in some cases, expedite the growing process because the roots and the plant itself is getting the nutrients directly from the water flow, okay? And on that continuous cycle as opposed to being in soil in which it has to grab the nutrients, grab the water and all that good stuff from the soil from the soil into the roots, okay? This way, direct shot, okay? Just so I don't want to get into how to drug thought to like correlate, but nonetheless, I think I said enough. If not, let me know. I'll describe it in the comment section. All right, let's get back to it. I do want to show you how this Roma tomato is growing. Again, like I said, it looks like a nice lemon, which I was like, man, this is interesting. I never really had gotten to this stage of growing tomatoes before. All right, great people, so experiment 1 has began and I'm gonna give it 5 days. Today is Monday. I'm gonna come back out Friday to see how things are growing in the back. I'm gonna put the ones that I have in water and my windowsill inside, and we're just gonna allow for nature to do what it does, and we'll see which one is faster. So let's tune back in and check back in 5 days. Let's see. All right, great people, so we are back just to look at the progress of both of these here tomato situations to see how the propagation went. Now I will say I did go longer than the 5 days because the ones that are in the water jar actually, which they took longer than I thought, okay? So we're gonna see what's going on in the aeroponics system. I did check them out once. However, just so you know, we did have 10 days. It's been 10 days since we've initially put these into both of these situations. So we'll see which one we have the roots developing in, okay? So let me know which one you think. You think it's going to be the watering situation or the aeroponic situation in which the roots have grown faster? That is the question. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and see. And here we can see the water scenario. Let me just change that up because obviously we didn't see it. All right, great people. So the watering scenario went like this, which the leaf is still alive. It still smells good. However, we have no vines coming from the stem of the here tomato plant. So I'm gonna put that back in there and let it continue to do what it's doing, which, like I said, there is still life within this tomato plant. However, there isn't any continuing life as it is in the water. So here we are for the other ones, which I did not label them. We talked about this in the beginning. The idea was that whichever grew is going to be what it is. However, one of them did die, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man. So I don't know, maybe it was some water rot situation that went along with it. Maybe too much of the stem was in the water. However, this one did pass away. So I'm gonna just toss it away. And let's see how the other one did, in which, yeah, oh, well, I can see at the bottom some stems. Nope, it's not gonna focus. But I did wanna show you all there are some semblances of some roots starting to grow at the bottom of it, okay? So that was 10 days worth. Now, I've seen on different YouTubes, even Google, that they said that it takes like 3 days for the roots to come for it to start to propagate. However, we saw after 10 days, it did not do what it had to do. So what I'm gonna do with these is that I'm going to change out the water. I'm gonna put it back into its sunlight area because it is getting sun during the day and things like that where it was sitting. So sun was getting to it. I'm gonna change the water, so that's not a problem. And we're gonna hope for the best, okay? Which at the end of the day, like I said, when I did this, I didn't know what I was gonna do with all of these different tomato plants. So it's okay that it's not happening as fast as 10 days, okay? So let's check the aeroponic system and see how that did. Pulling the first one. Let's check the bottom out. You can't see it, however, there aren't any roots to be spoken of that have been going. And as I might have shared, but I'm sharing now, oh, something going. I'm seeing little white nodes. Those white nodes are indication of roots forming. It is on a 15-minute on, 15-minute off type rotation. Just how it works with the aeroponics system. Now this one, oh, this one does have some roots, ladies and gentlemen. It has a one little sprout situation. That's pretty cool. And it also has some flowers growing here. I just plucked those off. We don't need those interfering. So I'm gonna just let that do what it is doing. And again, the funny thing is we don't know which is which, but it's okay. Oh, we have more roots as well on this one. So that's cool. What you can't see maybe is how many. There are actually 3, 4, 5 roots growing from this one. So this is going to be a nice producing tomato plant. And so even as we are propagating and cloning, or whatever you may want to call it, the cool thing is the mother plant itself is an indication of how these will do. And so even as these are growing, it's a true indication to me that it's going to be a nice strong plant. So I'm gonna put this one back so it can continue getting the water necessary. What do we have here? I'm gonna say nothing. I'm gonna say nothing. No, especially after those last two. This is not a root. It's a poor cutting. Okay, it's a poor cutting. It's not a root. So I think we have some facts, ladies and gentlemen. We did 2 in the water, well 3 in the watering situation. None of them had roots to sprout. However, 1 did die. So we're down 1, right? So 2 in the watering scenario, no roots. However, we had 4 in the aeroponic system. Out of the 4, 2 of them had roots, and it might have been the same plant, to be honest, right? Because remember we did like clusters 2 and 2 or something like that. I don't know, we have to go back to look at what was done, but nonetheless these did. So what it may tell us as well, ladies and gentlemen, let's put all the different ways and things together. It may go to show us how certain plants can be propagated or grown from other mother plants, as opposed to some tomato plants may not do that at all. But I'm gonna continue to do what this is doing just to see what is going on, okay? And so even if you are curious as to if this whole situation is true, go ahead and subscribe, click that bell notification so that you are aware when future videos come about. Even if I'm planning them, giving them away and things like that, we'll be able to know what has gone on from the now 6 plants, okay? So 6, we're at 6. If I either plant or give away 6 tomato plants, that means we had 6 to go ahead and take root, okay? So with that being said, happy gardening, happy growing. Spring is right around the corner, okay? So we are preparing for those who can't grow tomatoes right now. We are now preparing for things in the spring. You can't start too early, but now you are aware if you want to propagate or clone from your mother plant, how you can do it, what you need to do, or the setup in between, okay? Aeroponics system actually worked best for me. So with that being said, I love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to gardening with you another day. And remember, if you have any questions or want to start gardening, you can always garden with me. Until next time, peace.